Yo, 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 yo. This is AK the Apostle. Let's talk sports show, man. I'm about to drop this video, man. And just like the title says, does Asia Wilson have a lot to prove this year or have the most to prove this year? I'm going to tell you where it's coming from. I'm going to start doing, different edits and different videos like this, so y'all can, just to give different context so y'all can see where I'm coming from when I make these statements on my show. But you got to hear this. This is from a young lady named Rachel Demena. She's talking about the top 20 WNBA players coming into next season, and this is what she had. This take just took me out. Y'all just gonna. I'm gonna drop this on you. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Let me drive back down. Boom.
It's hard for me to name a number one right now. I want to see how it plays out. But Asia Wilson is going to have to, she has a bigger challenge this year of either of them. She's going to have to elevate her team this year because the Aces did not do as well in free agency. She could go out there and score 30 points a game. Is that going to bring the Aces into playoffs? Kind of like how Caitlin did last year with the Fever. A lot of people weren't even expecting them to make playoffs. Can Asia Wilson bring her team to the playoffs, make it past the first round, put up the numbers like she is, but also elevate her team and get her teammates involved and really become that leader? So it might be controversial, but my prediction for top 2 in MVP voting this season is going to be Nafisa Collier and Caitlin Clark. You guys let me know in the comments below if you agree with me. I just think that Asia Wilson is going to be up for a challenge this year with the new Aces roster. She's really going to have to elevate this team, and maybe she will. Maybe she unlocks a new level of Asia Wilson greatness. We'll just have to see. You guys let me know in the comments below what you think about this list, what you think about my predictions. Who is your vote?
So, there you have it. There you have it. Does Asia Wilson have the most to prove this year? First, let me just peel back everything that just said, right? She says, if Asia Wilson can get her team to the playoffs, similar to what Caitlin did last year, and get her team past the first round, right? All right. She also said earlier in the video, I didn't want to play all this. She also said that the only reason Asia Wilson got the MVP last year was based off a narrative that she had to get the MVP before the season started. You know what I'm saying? When she went through the numbers of everybody else, she broke down the Nafisa Collier. She went through every last stat. She went through Caitlin, every last stat. But when she got the Asia, she just said she got the MVP because they said she was supposed to be the MVP before the season started. Right. So let's just peel all this back for a minute. All right, so step one, Asia Wilson had the most points, the most rebounds ever in a season last year. So she set a record for the most points and a record for the most rebounds ever in a season. She had the highest scoring average in a season ever for a WNBA player. Statistically, offensively is the greatest offensive performance in the history of the league. That's factual. It's not me putting yeast on it. That's what black and white says. Now let's go into the defensive side. She led the league in blocks. She was 4th in steals, and statistically, by matching her with everybody else that was leaders in the defensive player of the year competition, she was the best defensive player. Statistically, not taking nothing away from Fee. Fee was a great on-ball defender. She's one of the best defenders in the league. I have no problem with her, but by the stats, Asia was the best offensively and the best defensively player of the year. That's just on stats. That's just right off that. So to say that she got the MVP just based off a narrative and not off that performance is diabolical in itself. That's as biased as it get. Throughout her video, if you go check her video, she says she don't want to create narratives and she don't want to be biased. But that's as biased as it gets. That's as biased as it gets. You're going to sit there and say that a player had that kind of stat line and that is not warranted enough of an MVP. If there was an NBA player, because she went on to compare Shea Gildress to the Joker. Statistically, right now, Joker is having practically one of the greatest, if not the greatest, statistical seasons in the history of the NBA. But Shea Gildress has the best record in the league, right? So you're telling me that Asia had this record, had the season similar to the one Joker's having. You feel Joker should get the MVP because of his stats, and Shea Gildress shouldn't get it because of the record, but you're holding the Aces not getting back not making it to the WNBA finals and being the top 1 or 2 teams last year against Asia. It's the biggest contradiction you can see. But lastly, the most disrespectful part of this whole video is when she said that Asia Wilson has to prove she can elevate her team past the first round. She has to prove that she can be that leader. Can she tap into a new level of greatness to prove that she's that leader? So Fee, Caitlin, nobody else has to prove that, but Asia does. Despite the fact that Asia coming into last season was the finals MVP, the reigning finals MVP. So to say this, and in that series, in that finals, when she got the finals MVP, multiple starters was hurt. Chelsea Gray was hurt. Katie Stokes was hurt. You know what I mean? They had multiple starters hurt. No disrespect to Kelsey Plum. She wasn't having her best shooting performance during the time of this series. And Asia put the team on her back and got it done for them to win back-to-back world champions and become the finals MVP. Never in the history of sports has a back-to-back champion and an MVP of a championship ever been said they have to prove themselves in the upcoming year to be a leader and can elevate the team. That's never been said in the history of sports, but it's being said by her about Asia Wilson. But she not biased. She not biased. Come on, man. We got to do better. I got another video coming up soon about what another content creator said about Candace Parker and what she need to do with her jersey retirement ceremony. I mean, I'm just gonna say it, right? I mean, I'm gonna do another video to put context in it, but the guy basically said that if in order for Candace Parker, I'm not even gonna do it, man. Y'all, I'm gonna say that, man. This is my thing, right? I covered the Wizards game last night, the Wizards Miami Heat game last night, man, and it was a blast. You know what I mean? And I'm really learning the ropes on the media side of the basketball, and I will be covering pretty much practically all of the Mystics games. So I'm going to be seeing a lot of these players that people talking about, and I just want what I really want to do, I just want to get back to basketball. But a lot of these content creators, this is what a lot of my takes come from, because I watch what everybody do. I'm no hater. I watch everybody's platform, from A to Z. I'm not just gonna name them, but I name all their platforms. I go to platforms and I watch it. Tomorrow I'm gonna go live. We're gonna definitely touch on that Stephen A. LeBron thing. I'm gonna touch on the NCAA tournament. Because right now the stage is set. You got UCLA, you got Connecticut, you got Texas, you got South Carolina, and oh yeah, Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith went after Kim Mulkey because a reporter asked a question that was kind of had a serious undertone to it, and her response to it they didn't think was pleasant. And then they went on to say she's always been rude. She's rude. Come on, man. If we go through the history of sports, we can find so many coaches from so many sports that have lit up reporters and jumped on reporters. Some of the greatest coaches ever have always been sharp and didn't want to answer some of the silly questions that these reporters ask. Players don't act like to answer these silly questions because these reporters are searching for the next. Everybody's searching for the next hot take. Everybody's searching for the next thing to make people, wanna listen. So that's what it is. So sometimes when you ask a silly question, you're gonna get a response. But to just paint this woman as just rude, nasty person, we all know why y'all attacking Kim Mulkey. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Kim Mulkey's getting the Angel Reese treatment. Everybody from that championship gets ran. Everybody that won those last 2 championships gets ran down on. And we know that's why y'all doing it, and you're using it to get your views and likes, man. Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp, y'all just the king of the hot takes no more. I don't even pay attention to your commentary no more. Y'all just king of hot takes. You know what I mean? Get back to talking about the game. Get the uplift in the game. I just want to get to the point where we can just watch the game. You know what I mean? Her team lost. The team lost. They got to the Elite Eight back-to-back years, and they didn't get to the Final Four. You know what I mean? That happens. But they are champions. You know what I mean? They're champions. And most of the people that won that championship, minus Angel Reese, still there. Not one of them in the WNBA yet. Not one of them in the WNBA yet. So all of that people saying she won because the team was stacked, none of them in the WNBA. Right now, the only player off that team that's in the WNBA is Angel Reese. That's a fact. So with that, I'm going to get out of here, man. Let me know what y'all think about it, man. I'm down to hear your comments and see what y'all got to say about this one, man. But yeah, man, I had to make a video about this. I'm going to start doing more edited, short videos. And then before we get back to just doing podcasts and all that, man. But let me know what y'all think, man. And if you have not done so, please like and subscribe to the Let's Talk Sports, y'all. TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, we out.